you
Huge.
said unbelievably huge. And they were going wild when Brent Frohoff, 6'3", 185, was doing his jumper. And we're underway. 1 game to 15. Pretty nice dig right off the bat by Frohoff. Little joust at the net.
That's about the 3rd blocking attempt of the summer for Adam Johnson. Blocks every once in a while when Pat Powers gets tired, but a little dueling knucklers there, and ball goes down in front of Brent Frohoff.
Now,
so
Adam,
hot yesterday.
Excuse me, Paul. Adam Johnson will serve. He's 26 years old. Lives now in Capistrano Beach. You remember it on Santa Barbara when he and Pat Powers broke through. And he's got a very good jump serve. However, his first one goes wide down the line. Adam Johnson wearing the black tank top.
Trying to match up with the Hov.
Yeah. Yes, Tim Hovland wearing his black tank top, and I predict that will not last through the first 3-2 side change. 57 wins, tie for 3rd with his buddy Mike Dodd. Some speculation that Hovland would get back with Dodd. What do you think?
I think there's still a chance.
Possible.
Side out.
Frohoff and Hovland were struggling big time early.
Steve Burmeister.
You can't do that. You have 5 seconds. And not after I blow the whistle, you can't do that. After I blow the whistle, you can't do that.
See a perfect example of the referees trying to take more control of the game.
Says it all.
Speed things up. There's a 5-second whistle.
Side out.
There are no 10-second whistles, no sand timeouts. It's side out, and you have to look for a yellow card here. Hobbs going to get a practice one in anyway.
Here we go. You have to make an attempt.
5 seconds to serve, but they talked about it for a minute and a half.
Well, if you throw it up, can't you catch it once? But then you have to go back and serve it.
It's got to be within the 5 seconds.
Okay. But no one can throw up a ball and not serve it and then go back and serve in 5 seconds,
But the call was that Kraus had blown the whistle, and by the time Hov tossed it, the 5 seconds had already elapsed.
And right now, Hovland is already giving his version of the stink eye to the referee, Greg Kraus. Hov's got his glasses on at the net, but he's still eyeballing Greg Kraus.
Well, he's got a special deal with his sunglasses. The one stink eye, the one lens there loses its reflection, and you can give the stink eye to the ref.
Brent Frohoff to put the ball in play. No score. Frohoff with his spot sport hat and his white tank. There's Hovland at the net. He'll block most of the time for his team. Johnson, nice dig. And Powers with his first spike attempt. Former teammates jousting, and Powers wins the first one. Historically, at least on the beach, Hovland has gotten the best of Powers
through the years.
Seems like he has a little intimidation on PP,
I think he's got an edge, but Pat was out on the beach earlier this year because he broke his hand over playing in Yugoslavia. He spent more time out in the sand. I think Pat is playing pretty well when he's not tired, and they made it all the way through to the finals of the winners this week, so he's played the minimum number of games. Frohoff and Akatabi.
Brent Frohoff and the crowd will give it up for the kid in the stands who just got faced, I believe, on the rebound. Let's check it out.
Well, you better be ready at all times out here. This one gets ripped off the defense, shank, and cut. Boom.
I think he popped it up, didn't he?
You got to be heads up, Roham.
Maybe not.
I think he got the facial.
Side out to Hovland and Frohoff.
Brent Frohoff, Tim Hovland have not won yet. This could be their day, though. You never know, as Adam Johnson taps it right on the line.
You see how much already Frohoff and Hovland are fake blocking against Adam Johnson. The side-out game of Johnson and Powers has gotten exceptional. Here you see the faking, the moving around. But Adam Johnson recognized the opening back to the line.
Pat Powers set to put the ball in play and going to the jump serve. Good one. And it's out of bounds. So Pat Powers scores an ace. That is a point.
You remember when we used to cringe when Pat Powers threw the ball up for the jump serve? He's been much more effective. He worked Steve Timmons over a little bit with it earlier today and has been very, very effective.
He's moved up 9th now. He started at 17th, had a very good year so far. And inconsistent with the toss has been Pat's problem with the jump serve. He's a tremendous hitter and blocker, but a little erratic on his jump serve. He's got a very good float serve. Interesting he's using it today.
Well, and as soon as we start pumping up his jump serve, that's the kiss of death, because that's the worst one he's put in play all weekend.
Brent Frohoff, who has an excellent jump serve, history major at Loyola Marymount University. Johnson on the fake block, and JJ hits it right in the middle of the net.
Again, the fake block, making Adam Johnson, who has become a side-out machine still early in his career, making him think just for a split second longer.
Hobb perching at the net. Talk about the fatigue factor for these players in regards to the weather yesterday, Paul. How hot was it?
Well, yesterday it was over 100 degrees on the court, about 80% humidity, and was probably the most difficult conditions that a lot of the players could ever remember. Maybe Hawaii in July or another time in southern Florida, but it was just oppressive and the sand was hot. A lot of experienced, well-conditioned players were just wilting, but luckily we've gotten a bit of a break today. It's at least 20 degrees cooler today.
They say rain might be on the way, a 50-50 chance. Cloud cover, thank goodness it is, because it still feels like it's 80, 75 or 80 degrees and heavy humidity. Hovland, Johnson has it and has to pass it back over. Was Powers.
Nice shot.
Frohoff rolling it into the corner. He gets a kill. We're tied at 1 in our semifinal.
Frohoff and Hovland struggled so badly yesterday. They were killing Jansen Walmer 10-0 at the second side change, and then they just went to sleep. Talked with Hov by the swimming pool yesterday at the motel. He was depressed. He was downtrodden, but has come back. It just shows you how quickly these players can turn it around.
See the distribution for Tim Hovland. His first win was with Karai. Way back. 1979, it was Hawaii. Then he won all those tournaments with Mike Dodd, 52. That is second on the all-time list for a team. And then 4 with Steffes. So Adam Johnson gives the ball to Pat Powers. His parents, Bob and Joanne, watching up in Harrison, Idaho, as they normally do on satellite TV, and we say hello to them. Avid fans of Pro Beach and fishing. His father's a great fisherman. And Johnson dribbles it over. Johnson looks a little fatigued. He is not snapping like he normally does.
Nice play by Pat Powers, and Adam Johnson shouldn't be tired, maybe still feeling the effects from yesterday, but excellent soft block, turn quick, set the ball. Adam hit a ball into the net earlier. This time uses all the equipment but gets the kill.
2-1. Powers and Johnson lead.
He didn't serve it.
And
if he would have hit the ball, he didn't serve it.
Burmeister says we play it over. You can do that once, but then you better get back and serve quickly, as Tim Hovland found out.
That was worse than mine.
And Hovland said, you can hear the audio really good today. We're going to listen into the players' conversations as much as we can. And Powers wails
He made an attempt.
an awful jump waffle out of bounds.
Hov! Hov.
Here we go. Yellow card warning to Hovland.
Here we go.
Hov's got a great memory, doesn't he? This could have happened at 13-12, and he still would have been all over Krause.
Interestingly, here in Belmar Beach, this is a first-time sight. These people, most of them, probably never seen pro beach volleyball on the beach. Big crowds following Smith, Stoklos, and Hovland, and yet they're booing Smith, Stoklos, and Hovland. They're the villains here.
Yeah, but they still follow them around everywhere. They're the names they know the best, and huge crowds following St. John and Randy yesterday, and Mike Dodd, very well known.
Yeah.
All the players extremely well known, and we talked to a couple of people courtside this morning who camped out Friday night, and we're here at 4 o'clock this morning to make sure they got a courtside seat.
Hey, let's go. Come on.
I was talking to someone with the city. They said an extra 20,000 people are in town this weekend just because of the tournament.
Johnson curving.
Line.
And a sizzling spike by Brent Frohoff on the line.
He looks pretty confident early against Pat Powers, who can be so intimidating. Pat gets way over the net, jumps, reaches into the cross court. There you see the opening. And for the first time there, you see the antenna. Perfect shot right there. If the ball that Brent Frohoff hits goes outside or contacts the antenna, immediate violation, out of bounds.
First time for those antenna.
I'm glad to see them.
Yeah, I like them too. Cuts it down, make some more rallies. Johnson against Powers. Got it. Right in front of Frohoff. And so Johnson gets the kill.
Johnson Powers leading here in the early going.
Johnson, is he wearing his, he is.
Semifinals of
I was going to say he's wearing his headband. But it's hard to tell with his hair there.
It's under there somewhere.
So Powers gives the ball to the little ball boy, and he gives it back after wiping it off, and Powers will serve. 84 gold medalist, world champion in 86, considered the best spiker in the world that year.
Anywhere high. Hey, line.
Frohoff with a dig. Oh! Powers roofs one home. Point. AJ and PP.
Then Pieper shows the gun to the crowd.
Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland with you from Belmar Beach. First time sight, and there is a great crowd on hand watching semifinal action. 3-1. Powers and Johnson leading Hovland and Frohoff. Another serve out of bounds as the Hob shouts it long. Let's check service errors.
Pros.
So far, Powers with a couple, Johnson with one. Hov and Fro haven't made any yet, but they trail 3-1.
But interesting that Brent Frohoff, with no service errors, takes so many chances with his jump serve.
Frohoff's got a great one.
That's trouble.
Hovland touches it. You can do that twice off the block, and Frohoff doesn't get the roll.
Point scoring opportunity, but not a great set off the soft block from Tim Hovland. The wind gusting here, hard ball to track, maybe spinning a lot. Couldn't get it close enough to the net for Fro to take a good swing.
Part of the crowd that is socked in here. Huge, massive crowd yesterday. And some of the people couldn't even get in today. There's no seats. They're lined up on the boardwalk all the way down the beach. And another service error. So Johnson having a little trouble. It is windy. The wind blowing off the shore onto the water, actually. Offshore, good surfing conditions. Of course, there are no waves. An offshore wind usually good for the shape and the form as Johnson attacks.
No.
Nice dig. Hov to go to 3-2. No. Yes.
Shank by Adam Johnson.
And right down the line. So an easy play for Tim Hovland and Brent Frohoff. And we take the turn, 3-2. Johnson and Powers with a 1-point lead. Through. And so we had to take a slight delay, but the play continued. It is now 12-8. Adam Johnson and Pat Powers leading Hovland and Frohoff. Been a nice little turnaround for Johnson and Powers.
Played pretty well through a substantial downpour, and I don't mind sitting up here and broadcasting in the rain. I'll stay here until I have to swim off the tower.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should be up here, our camera crew, or in fact the players on the court, if there's lightning in the area. I think they should have stopped it as long as there was lightning anywhere around. They didn't. They played through, and right now Johnson and Powers are the beneficiary.
The crowd has hung in here. They are troopers, and they know it will pass, and actually the sun has come out, and it's threatening to be a fairly nice day here.
I'll tell you, the sun got one of the biggest ovations of the day.
So play continues here at Belmar Beach. Once again, lightning and thunder and rain. As we continue in semifinal action, Karchkrai and Kent Steffes will see them in our final.
Yes, Brent, sir.
If you're wondering who makes the decision to have play continue, it is the tournament director. In Philadelphia, it was George Carey that week. This week, it was Matt Gage. Our freestyle lapse timing, 50 minutes, now 51.
And not much of that delay because of rain.
No.
They played right through it.
Now, Frohoff with the serve. He's taking off his shirt. And so have all the other players, and here we go. Frohoff, good play. Could be a point. Not yet. People with a knuckler. Look out! And detonation by Pat Powers.
Frohoff and Hovland have had their chances to score. Soft block, nice get on the shot from Adam Johnson, but have been unable to put the ball away, and you can see the frustration from Frohoff. On the other hand, Adam Johnson, little better ball control. Frohoff dug in down on his knees, and Pieper making him pay for it with the Chester.
It's been an 8-4 run. Make that an 8-2 run for Johnson and Powers. When we left you, right as the lightning and the thunder and the rain hit, it was 6-4. Hovland and Frohoff. So it's been a big turnaround for Johnson and Powers.
They've been staying pretty consistent in their side-out game, and Adam Johnson and Pat Powers working so well in their scoring game. Pat making big blocking moves, and Adam running sideline to sideline, getting shots. Pretty much they've been serving Tim Hovland, trying to force him down the line. Adam's been chasing.
Ball going to Powers this time. And a nice dig by Frohoff, but it went too far to the left, and Frohoff obviously a little frustrated. Ian Hovland not playing well at the moment.
They've had their chances. The score of this should be a lot closer. Fro playing some pretty good defense. The fake block, he drops back, hands up early, but just cannot get it out of the catcher's mitt.
Hovland, Powers with a dig.
Bad pass.
Frohoff. And Johnson will gobble that one up. Can he score it? Not yet. Frohoff, open net. See ya! Yes, says Frohoff. Give me 5, 10, 15, 20.
Frohoff with exclamation, a little bit frustrated here, and showing his partner Tim Hovland he's still very much in this match, knows that many opportunities by the board.
12-8 is our score. Powers dinking down the line. So Powers doing a lot of dinking and chinking. He's got an excellent cut shot.
But the key to that is that he's receiving serve so well. And I think Hovland and Frohoff have got to put much more pressure on Pat Powers. Move him short, move him deep, cuff him inside, hit him with a good hard jump serve. People have gone away from Adam Johnson because he's siding out so well.
Working on Hovland. You know, when Hovland and Frohoff first signed to play together, I thought to myself, Paul, Brent Frohoff's going to get every serve. He's going to have to hit Hovland's bump sets all day long. They're going to work on it, but it really hasn't worked out that way. Hovland has gotten many more serves than I thought he would.
Well, I think a lot of the players on the tour figure that Tim has gotten patterned in where he likes to go offensively. He's got the cuff down the line and the hard cross court. Doesn't really move the ball around as much as a lot of the other players. And particularly against a block like Pat Powers, he's able to get the job done.
Beautifully done by Brent Frohoff.
Turns things up when the sun comes back out.
Frohoff, a very emotional player. When he gets on a run, he likes it.
Gets his hands over the net here a little bit. Adam Johnson loves to hit that cross court.
12-9. And down the line. Nice cut back. You could hear Powers going cut, and that's where Hovland was for a moment. Johnson taking it back.
A lot of thought that Pat Powers would not be able to set Adam Johnson well enough for them to be an efficient side-out team. But with Adam Johnson's exceptional passing, even though Pat was one of the best hitters in the world for a long, long time, he's setting the ball well out here.
Powers 6'5". Frohoff about 6'3", but because he's skinny, he doesn't look as tall as some of the other players. Johnson has that same kind of a body build as Frohoff. Looking for the ace. As they call it on the Pro Tour, the spader. Looking for the ace of spades. Johnson, pretty good set. And a pretty good dig. Can Frohoff convert? Here he comes. And there it goes, out of bounds. Good attempt. He took a swing at it, and you like to see that.
Well, everything was exceptional about that play until the third contact. Excellent dig. And Hovland works very hard to get off the net. This ball goes way up in the air. Hov works hard, gets off his digging position, comes back, sets this ball very, very well. And then Fro tries to go inside. You could see the whole sideline back to the line shot was open for him.
If you just happen to join us here on the Prime Network, many changes this week. Antenna are now up for the first time. There are no sand timeouts. There's no 10-second whistle. There's a cap on each game of 15. So the first team that gets to 15 wins, and that really came into play. Timmons and Akatubby against Smith and Stoklos. Explain.
14 all. Randy Stoklos hits a ball out of bounds. Timmons and Akatubby win, but they don't even remember. I don't think either do Smith or Stoklos, but the referee did, yes. Thank goodness. Ball goes down. Timmons drops to his knees in exhaustion. It was over 100 degrees when they played. And then he went back to his cheering section, his fan club, and gave them all high five. Went in the tent, poured an ice bucket on his head, and got an IV.
So first team to 15, trying to speed up play. If you didn't hear the news, NBC picking up 3 live broadcasts. They're going to do Milwaukee, Hermosa, and 1 international tournament. A little later, I believe that's going to be September 7th. And so it will be a 1-hour coverage, not the full coverage you get here on the Prime Network. 2 solid hours and 2 solid matches, plus goodies. But you will see live volleyball on the beach for the first time ever, I believe. Do you remember anything else?
No.
No.
Well, not on the beach.
No.
Not from the beach.
Frohoff serving. 12-9 is our score. Johnson and Powers. And Johnson taps it down the line. Powers is the big guy. That's Johnson with the blonde hair. That's his partner, Powers. Powers doing a pretty good job of setting the ball. And Hovland walking back with a black hat. Okay, we'll pick it up audio-wise this time. Johnson serving. And good call by Powers. Line, 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 and there it went.
Just a matter of time when you have so much confidence in your side-out game. Adam Johnson hanging in I formation behind Pat Powers. He hears, he reads line, runs over into that area of the court. Easy point-scoring opportunity.
And timeout taken by Frohoff and Hovland.
Timeout.
So first timeout taken by Fro and Hovland, and they need it right now. They trail Johnson and Powers. Well, 9 wins without just 1. Seconds 10 without 6. I predicted this year that Brett Frohoff would not win a tournament until Karch came back. Well, Karch is back, and he's not playing with Frohoff, so Frohoff's going to have a tough time winning a tournament this year. He's played very well, but it's tough to win tournaments with Smith and Stoklos around, and now Steffes and Karai teaming up.
Well, the whole tour has gotten so tough with so many good teams and everybody back on the beach.
Brett Frohoff, he's having a pretty good year earnings-wise. Almost $40,000, but it's not the paydays he would receive with Karch. Hovland thumps it in. Did you talk to Brent about not playing with Karch?
He was disappointed. He was very disappointed. He sincerely thought that he should play with Karch. He thinks he has excellent chemistry with Karch. Karch, the quiet one. He, the screamer, the yeller, the more vociferous. And he felt that they would make a very good team, as evidenced by the results you saw.
Hovland serving, 13-9. His team trailing by 4. What a shot. You heard Powers say cut. Johnson, I think he did that off his knuckle, Paul.
Well, he's just becoming a magician out here offensively. Ball set tight to the net. Hov ready for the roll shot. Adam goes up and just dices the ball away from his body. Excellent offensive player.
Let's listen to the communication this time between Frohoff and Hovland. Let's hear how they call the play. Such a big difference when your partner tells you the right place to go.
Well, you have to have that help out here. After you set the ball, either bumping it or with your hands, you got to look at the defense. The defender is waiting to see direction. If he cuts angle, you have to tell your partner that the opening is down the line or vice versa.
Frohoff had 6 with Karai last year. Karai and Steffes in the winner's bracket. Off Frohoff, off Hovland. And the side out to Johnson and Powers.
AJ making do with the left hand this time. An opportunity to score. Frohoff and Hovland got to take advantage of these.
Nike's Adam Johnson back to serve.
Johnson starting to develop a pretty good left hand, as he showed on that last play.
Getting some practice, hitting the peeper sets. But I'll tell you, Pat has been setting the ball extremely well.
For you volleyball novices, if you see a player hit it left-handed, that just means it's a crummy set. Oh, Powers blocks Hovland. And that's point number 14. Powers way over the net on that one.
Okay, and that was a pretty good set, and the Hov had absolutely nowhere to go. And they're having a nice little visit here, but look at Pat get over the net with his left hand.
There was nothing wrong there.
Elbow way over the net.
So now, Johnson and Powers have a chance to move into our final. This is game point number 1. 14-9. And they'll try Hov. And Powers twice in a row, stuffing Hovland, and that's it.
Going to the Hov, he wants to hit cross court, shoot line, and Peepers is taking the angle big time. Last